I'm Kitsie Duncan, and I'm a paranormal researcher. I've investigated the most haunted locations in the world. It's time to give back, to give the dead a voice.
My goal is to get this, whoever it may be, to communicate with us.
Some people are living in fear, some in sadness. Spirits are just trying to communicate with the living, and sometimes they need help.
Love you, girl. Oh my God.
We're an all-female paranormal team who bring empathy to each investigation. With my friends KJ and Tiffany, we bring peace to those living with paranormal activity.
And so this is a huge validation.
We are Paranormal Crossroad.
We're heading to, this is going to be interesting. It's a bed and breakfast, an old farmhouse that was home to the Underground Railroad. So really interested to see what kind of spirits we're going to be talking to. Now, the owner isn't necessarily uncomfortable with the activity that she experiences there, but they had a summer solstice party, and apparently a lot of people had weird experiences. My hope is that we'll hear from these spirits. They'll explain to us why this particular party was so impactful for them as the spirits, and maybe help some of the people who felt that impact understand why and see it as a positive thing.
My name's Kelei Leak, and this farm has been in my family since 1830. It was the Hodson farm, and he married a baker girl. They were Quakers, which Quakers were very much about men and women being equals, and they were about a peaceful way of being. They didn't drink, and they were totally against slavery. They found it appalling. So in their belief system, they helped move people through. Before the Civil War, in the South, they were trying to escape. And an escape would take much longer than we think. And so the Quakers built a beautiful network for them. They risked everything they had, because if they were caught doing this, they could lose their farms, homes, spend time in jail. I had to make it a something that people could interact with, because this history is good and it's important, especially right now. We had the summer solstice for the wonderful community out of the Indy Holistic Hub called the Conscious Collective Community, and we gather together and offer ourselves. It was the most energizing energy. I don't know how else to describe it. We had young and old, and we had musicians, didgeridoo, flute, drummers, and we all were in this space together. We had womb healings, we had broga for the men folk. Hearts came together on that day.
I'm Carmen Fink, and I'm here to share my experience that I had here, I don't know, a month or so ago. So it was for the summer solstice. I was sitting across from another gal, eyes closed, and shortly after the meditation started is when I started to see a figure walk from the house. So keep in mind, we're out on the side yard.
Okay.
And I'm actually facing the front of the farmhouse that we're in right now. So as the figure, it just started off as a dark figure coming from the front door.
Okay, kind of like a shadow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt the presence of she was here to almost take care of us, at peace, to watch over us.
Yes.
And then the next exercise, I was with Kelei, the owner, and I told her, I said, there's somebody here.
Can you even think about how long the experience was, when you started to focus in and you're there's something there, to when she fully kind of took form and then was gone?
Oh, well, to fully take form, maybe a minute.
Did you continue to feel her the entire time?
The whole time.
Okay.
Yeah. It was almost like the perfect setting to have that experience, for her to make herself known.
And so in the time that, this house has been yours, you've experienced some spirits, right? But nothing like that. There was something about that night that was very elevated, almost enlightening.
It was, but I have always felt it here. It has always called me. It was like, as soon as Margaret, who I got it from, she was a cousin of mine. When you have those who have walked that, and to shine a light on it, it's heartwarming.
Yes.
And that's what's here. It's not about, me, but we wanted people to come into the house and feel that energy. There's the little bell house, I call it. It has the big bell. I keep gardening things in there, and I went in there and I put a new LED bulb in there, and so I stepped in and I was just like, okay, and the light just started to flicker just like that. So I'm from the lighting industry. I've been a light worker for a long time, and I screwed it in nice and tight, and I thought, that's good. And then ding, 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 ding. And so I thought, well, I'm going to follow the line to the switch. Let's see if we got something else we got to repair. And turned it on, turned it off, turned it on, turned it off. I thought, okay. And I turned it on and finished my chore, and then all of a sudden I just thought, okay, I want to know who's here, and are you happy with what we're doing? Let me know through the light. So if you're happy, I want you to just, because it was still flickering, let the light stay on. And
really, it stayed on.
It stayed on, and
wow.
I was like, thank you for the confirmation. The carpenters, because we had some work done by carpenters, they loved it. And one of them said, I'd like to stay all night, just want to make sure, I just really like it up here. And said they had to drive a bit. And I said, okay. And I showed up the next day, and he walked out and says, I've heard it before. I know something's here. And he was just saucer-eyed. And I said, well, what was it? He says, it's the door to the rose room. It shuts. And he said, and then I was downstairs and I was working on something, and he said, there are no windows open. We had no windows open. So he says, there's no wind. And it just slammed shut. And I was just in that room, and I was just I was looking for something over at the rocking chair, and I have this little luggage holder, and it has 3 straps on it. And one of them, I watched it. I literally watched it. It went bonk, and it wasn't like, it was like somebody was sitting beside it and just went bonk.
KJ and I want to investigate the paranormal with you at Jailhouse Pizza in Bradenburg, Kentucky. We'll start with a VIP pizza party. We'll head into one of our infamous spirit sessions, and then we get to investigate this notoriously haunted jailhouse turned pizza parlor. Head to paranormalcrossroad.com. Get your tickets today. Space is super limited.
It's almost a wrap on season 1 of Paranormal Crossroad, and we want to celebrate with you and, of course, the spirits who are willing to join us too. We'll be at Scarlet Lane Brewery on Thursday, December 30th for our season finale party, and we'll kick the night off with our popular spirit sessions. Maybe you'll get a message from a loved one, and you'll definitely see the season finale before anyone else with our private screening. This event will sell out. Book now at paranormalcrossroad.com.
Not every haunting is driven by evil.
It happens even in the most mundane of places.
Down the block, around the corner, and sometimes in our own homes.
Paranormal Crossroad is here to bridge the gap between the living and the dead.
Are you living through a haunting at home or at work?
Do you need answers?
Contact the all-female paranormal research team today.
Go to pxroad.com to get the answers you seek.
Baker Farmhouse. Just doing a quick walk through before we know much about it. I'm in love and I'm moving in, and well, I told her already. She didn't seem big on the idea. To say I'm in love would be an understatement. I mean, it doesn't get more Indiana than this. Can I flip it? Let's see. Yeah, let's look at all the corn. Amazing. So yeah, I did a meditation on the place yesterday, and I saw a staircase where this room is, and I saw a little girl and a dog actually, and there is no staircase here. All the good vibes in here. Not only is it stunning, but it just feels good here. It feels really good, like happy times and happy people have lived here throughout the years. So yeah, quite the bed and breakfast, not gonna lie. Wouldn't mind hanging out here for a hot minute. All the stories about the Holistic Hub summer solstice were so magical. Kind of bummed I missed it, but Kelei was fantastic. The home was absolutely beautiful. We had taken a little break after the interviews, and I walked out on the front porch, and there was Kelei sitting with somebody new. I just figured it was someone from the hub. And then she said my name, and I was like, wow, this might be the best psychic medium I've ever seen in my life. And then she looked at me, and I looked at her, and I go, oh my God, Heather. I had gone to high school with Heather long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And I probably hadn't even seen her since graduation, possibly, ? And it was so good to see her. And I'm so glad she was there for the rest of the investigation. And you're about to find out why. Watch closely. This is going to blow your mind.
These are called dowsing rods. So if you cross them into an X, just like that, that will be a yes answer. And then when you uncross them like that and leave them uncrossed, that's a no. So are you under the age of 10? Okay. Is it Annabeth? Is your name Annabeth?
They're not. When we ask to shut it off,
Right.
It's not what we're used to, which is like, yep.
Do you want to try to mess with it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't, because it is the bane of my existence. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Do we have a trickster here? You came with one of us, correct?
What?
Ooh.
I've written, I grew up with fairy tales that are free-flowing stories. My grandmother's told me stories, and I tell those stories as well. They're for children, but they're about the elementals and the fairies.
I
And
was just going to say, is she a fairy?
that's what I'm wondering.
That's...
Oh,
We got a fairy!
Guys.
What?
No way.
it's a big
She's
yes.
very excited.
Well, how often does a fairy get to actually get acknowledged?
No idea how bad I've wanted to meet a fairy, like for the past 3 years.
Really?
Yes. She knows. Girl, we're gonna be besties. Since I got here, I've had this, I feel things. It's not felt paranormal. It's not felt like a human spirit, but it's not felt like evil or, unhuman, which is the term I like to use. But it's felt really magical.
And they have a lot of whimsy here. They'll put wild daisies by those little steps out at the hill, and there's a whole daisy patch that comes up wild. And you'll ask for little signs, and their signs come through the earth.
Okay.
They do. They come through the earth in flowers, rocks, or puffballs and toadstools and mushrooms.
This is my everything. This is the odd box. And all it really is like an amplifier that you hook guitars up to, like if you're playing in your garage. And any spirits or Faye that would like to communicate directly with us, this is how to do it. You use the sounds coming over and you manipulate those sounds and turn it into your voice. If anybody would like to say hello, we would love that.
It's done now. There's something like literally
Right
right
there.
here.
Yeah.
Right there. I don't know what is going on.
Oh.
So if you are manipulating that flashlight, if you're trying to... Yes.
I hear you trying to come through, but I don't completely understand you.
He said your name.
Did it?
Yeah.
Hi.
And sometimes having it on for a while, it's almost like it draws him in. Like, wait a second. Sure.
Chuck? You heard sure?
Sure. May have been Chuck.
Is your name Chuck?
Matt?
I heard Heather.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're here to talk to Heather. What's your name?
It was like a laugh.
I'm wondering, something you've experienced, a recent person who left.
When?
Did you lose somebody that you knew, a male, recently? No? Well, what are you feeling? That's super important.
I swear I heard David.
David?
Okay.
That's
well,
a
the
yes.
light just came on.
That's a yes.
David, yeah, that's what I thought.
Is there a David that's significant?
That would have been my dad.
Oh.
That's why I was here. I was projecting my thing on there.
I'm feeling music.
Well, yeah.
And you lost your dad? I'm sorry. It's why I do this, because I lost mine.
Yeah.
David, are you here with us?
So David, you've been doing really good trying to come through, and we would love for you to keep talking to us. Another way for you to communicate, you can see Heather is holding those rods. They're called dowsing rods. And you can move those, you can manipulate those, we understand, with your energy.
So if there is somebody here who'd like to speak to Heather, can you cross those rods, please? Into an X. There you go. Right? Sir, is your name David? Can you cross them into an X for a yes?
And the light came on. So you feel that he's here, right? So he's told you he's here.
He's not ever really gone away. When I think sometimes you come through other people, and then sometimes it's just an essence. It's either one of those true.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hear you. I do.
She's good.
She's good, yeah. Talk to him more. He knows you want to. He knows that you think of him all the time.
He just
I'm
said,
just- I'm
he said, I
with
need you to hear me.
Like,
Is there something about the woods? It sounded like he said something about the woods.
the woods.
The light came on.
The woods? What would you have me know about the woods? You want me to go to the woods?
There's music.
David, are there ways that you
he's a
show Heather
musician.
you're with him?
Yeah, but I'm just, I don't know, I'm just feeling you. Something about you in music.
Oh.
in the band. I remember.
Oh, yeah, it's a band geek, yeah.
It's okay. I was a choir geek.
Woodwind. I know. I'm from Crossroad.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, I hear you.
Okay.
Wow.
That means.
David, you want Heather to
And you and
get...
I have been talking about that a long time.
Wait a second. You've been talking about playing music together?
Well, that and just I left the musician part of me behind a long time ago, and it comes up. It keeps telling me. It's been telling me a long time to play.
Did you just hear that little music?
Yeah.
It was just like... Dun, dun, dun,
What
dun.
did you used to play?
Saxophone. I started with flute, and then I played saxophone.
Saxophone was always the coolest instrument.
Okay,
of them all.
I didn't say this because we were talking woodwinds, but he said horn. Does that make...
Yeah, horn. Which is
Saxophone.
saxophone and horn, which is it's a woodwind instrument, but it's he wants
Okay.
to play the horn, and I have his horns.
You have his horns? Oh my God, did you hear that?
Yes, I heard that. I heard that.
You didn't hear the saxophone that just came over?
The lights on. The lights on.
Literally a saxophone just came. That does not happen.
Wow. Okay.
No questions
Pretty
at all?
cool.
You're blown away. I love it.
Yeah,
You're like, take these things from my hand.
I'm just gonna trust because I know we talk. I know
Yeah.
he's there.
Yeah.
He won't go away.
I mean,
I mean, it's been since 1991. He won't go away.
Yeah.
And he just said, I love you again.
Meet me at the crossroads.
I'm Zachary Tinkle, and I race in the Arkham Menard series. I want to thank all of you fans who donated to my GoFundMe to help me keep on the racetrack. Thank you for my fantastic season. Special thank you to Pet Fashion Guild, Indiana owned, Wayne Peterson, and David Richmond.
Visit ZacharyTinkle.com to follow Zachary Tinkle Racing. And thank you so much, Zachary, for being on the road to peace with Paranormal Crossroad. We know how busy your life can be. Bring your family and friends together at Prodigy Burger Bar. Relax and enjoy our delicious menu while you enjoy your company and catch up on your day. We'll do the cooking. Prodigy Burger Bar with 6 convenient Indianapolis area locations.
There's just something that just happens. It's hearts release and like
what's next?
What's next?
Well, first and foremost, thank you, David. I
Thank
feel like
you.
she needed to hear a few things.
He said, you're welcome.
And how do you pronounce it? Padame?
Padame.
Padame, are you here? Get her, is what I heard.
And the light just came on.
Can you point the rod straight ahead, right at me, please? I'm lost.
So the female that we heard say, I'm lost, how can we help you?
Unless she's a
This horn, though.
yeah.
If you have anything you'd like to say, can you go ahead and do it? It's David. And Sarah.
David and Sarah. Sarah is here. Mm-hmm. Who's Sarah? Grandma?
Does somebody have a Grandma Sarah?
Oh, there is a in the history of Sarah.
There's more entities here. There's about 10.
Did anybody else hear the doorknob?
I did not
You
know.
just said, how she see us? We actually, I mean, we'd love to see you. But we can hear you.
Yes.
No, I can't see you.
You'll see us when you're ready.
I heard love you.
He did say love you after that. Who's this? Love is enough.
And you know it.
Where you're at. This really is it. Conquest journals are officially licensed. Planners, journals, stickers, tote bags, and creative accessories to capture and organize your fandom fun. ConquestJournal.com. Wondering if your loved ones are around you?
Wish there was a way to find out?
Now you can.
Introducing Paranormal Crossroad Spirit Sessions. In home, in person.
Limited time only. Book now at ParanormalCrossroad.com.
O'Reilly's Irish Pub and Restaurant is your home away from home. Come through our door and find that welcoming Irish neighborhood feel with great food, drinks, and friends. Located in downtown Indy, Speedway, and Fort Wayne. We want to say welcome home and welcome to O'Reilly's.
Not every haunting is driven by evil.
It happens even in the most mundane of places.
Down the block, around the corner, and sometimes in our own homes.
Paranormal Crossroad is here to bridge the gap between the living and the dead.
Are you living through a haunting at home or at work?
Do you need answers?
Contact the all-female paranormal research team today.
Go to pxroad.com to get the answers you seek.
Next time on Paranormal Crossroad.
Okay, just on a personal note, I do get a strong male energy coming through for you. Okay, and he comes through as a father figure. All right, and he's like, no, I'm going with the music. Okay. Yeah, okay. So she has Lucy. Good. That's really good. Thank you. You're welcome. All right.
Meet me at